And we're recording. Okay.
Oh, hello. Oh, hi. Hey, hi.
Right. What were we saying? Oh yeah. So having lights and studio stuff is really important.
Unless you fake it, I guess, right?
Well, yeah. Uh, are you guys traveling back to Miami now with this whole COVID thing restarted?
That is a issue now. It's a thing. We're working that out. We don't know if we're going to. You know what? Damn it! I just realized I don't have my headphones. Can you hear me? Okay? Is this fine?
Fine. I can hear you fine. Actually, I should go grab mine if you want to go grab yours.
Yeah, I'll go grab it. I gotta put them on here anyway.
I get earbuds.
There's a couple. I mean, there's the obvious one. All right. So yeah, so we don't know if we're gonna go or not.
Oh, I already got my. I'm going. Fuck this. I'm out of
Well,
here.
we got the tickets. We do have the tickets. We just don't know if we're gonna go. Um, yeah. So I don't like this lineup, but I'm just doing it anyway for the show. Yeah, we got the tickets and everything. We just have to, we're trying to decide whether or not we're gonna do it or not. We're gonna, guys. Hold on a second. Okay, I asked for both of you to be quiet.
Ooh, when does this start?
Last page. Okay? In your room. You can read to her.
Stand up fantasy, where we answer the more stand up fantasy, where we answer the most important question. Stand up fantasy, where we answer the most important questions about your NFL needs.
Jesus. Oh, this lineup's ridiculous.
Hey, when does a Selena show start?
What's Selena's show?
The one on like Amazon or on Netflix. There's a series. When's the Selena's series start? I want to see that.
I do not know. That's a good question. Hi, Nikki. The dog's saying hi. Selena about like Selena, her.
Yeah, it's Selena, the Mexican singer, which I love the J Lo movie. So I don't know why they felt the need to have to remake it, but
Okay.
I don't know. I just saw it on my phone.
Um, Damn, I should probably get my Zoom shit up to par. When you audition, do you sit down and you just use a blank background, right? You're standing up?
Uh, yeah, I'm standing up. I have it. I put my laptop on my counter, my kitchen counter, which is kind of higher.
Right.
Um, and then you just use my plain white. Oh, sorry. Guess you can't see it here.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
Uh,
Just a plain white background. Yeah, I guess that's all you need,
yeah, I
right?
just use this. This is my normal background.
Okay. Nice little flower.
Well, you can't see it because we actually move it over.
Oh, I see.
so you won't be able to see, and or I'll take it down.
Yeah, I do not even have a freaking white background in my house anywhere. Period. I could hang a sheet, I
It
guess.
doesn't matter. Nobody gives a shit. It doesn't matter.
Right? Yeah.
No, I've been to nobody's looking at your background going, well, he doesn't have a background. He can go pound sand.
Or you just do it right here, right?
Yeah, if you're doing your audition, they're looking at you. They're not. You do
Yeah.
need better lighting,
I can
but
get better lighting because I can move lighting around in the house.
right, you definitely want them to see your face. That's all they care about. It's to see your face.
Right.
Um, Nobody cares about what's going on in the back. And yeah, we're all sort of learning and adjusting to all of this. So
Yeah, my agent was like, "Make sure your home studios are all on point." That was a an email that I missed from her back in August,
okay.
and yeah, here we are.
Yeah, it's I mean, I yeah, it's I think a lot of my callbacks are also direct correlation to the fact that my shit's well set up. I think a lot has to do well if they need to shoot this at home or we need to do a like we know we can trust him to be well lit and set up and
No, your lighting looks great. Anyway, it always does.
yeah, well, I have my I don't know if you I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Background. No, I saw the brick.
I hate this fucking thing. Put your background done. So if I turn there's my light.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool. How much does one of those things cost?
Dude, super cheap. You can get them
Okay.
you can get them on Amazon. I got 3 lights and a green screen and the stuff to put it on
Tripods or whatever.
the frame and the right and the stands and all that stuff. Like I think it was under $150.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Amazon has everything.
Yeah.
God bless Amazon.
Yeah. Right. All right. I'm gonna make another lineup as we go here. I think.
I've got a couple of lineups. I got my traditional lineup, and then I got my like, all right, let's stir some shit up kind of lineup.
Have some fun lineup. Ooh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to. Why can't? God damn it. I don't like the way. I don't like the layout of DraftKings. Just I don't know. It's I don't like it's the layout of the website.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Especially when I'm trying to look up my lineups.
Oh,
So it's
right.
like there's this big black box that covers up the entire page with like all their like crap on it. And I'm trying to. It usually has like, oh, go back to the old format.
Contests. Just hit contests.
I made contests.
Yeah. And then upcoming. You entered them in the contest, right? Already?
Yeah.
They should be there.
Oh shit! I got like, god damn it! I had there you go lineups. I can win possibly $100,000 this weekend.
Hey, make it happen, buddy.
All right, let's start. We're gonna and away and. Hey everybody, welcome back to Stand Up Fantasy Football. I am your host, Alex Dominguez. With me is my partner, Steve Josephson. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, ha-cha-cha-cha.
Cha. Kidding.
Hey, buddy, it's been a minute.
It has. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah.
Are we just lazy? Is that what it is?
I think we're lazy, man. I think it's well, we actually have lives. I mean, I have 2 kids and a baby mama, and you have two kids and
And a
baby mama,
couple baby mamas. I got like 3 baby mamas and 2 kids.
couple baby mamas, and auditioning up a storm.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that everything is like picking up now, but it looks like we're all shutting back down again. So, what is it with this COVID thing?
What is it with this COVID thing?
I mean, really? I mean,
Come
can it?
on.
Uh,
I don't know, man. I like people getting sick. I will say, however, I knew no one who got sick until yesterday.
oh, who got sick?
One of my close friends, his entire family got it.
Now they test positive for it, or did they get sick? Did they have like actual symptoms and are bedridden?
They tested positive for it. The wife, I guess they think that she got it from being at work.
Okay.
And he said she just feels under the weather.
Okay.
But him, my buddy, and his two kids don't have any symptoms, so they're asymptomatic.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Like LA is very like nanny. California is a very nanny state, and they're quick to shut everybody down. And I'm like, well, I mean, I know one person who got sick and actually had symptoms. That was my nephew, who is an actual firefighter. He's a frontline. You know, what do they call those frontline responders?
Frontline worker, yeah, frontline worker.
He got it. He felt like crap for a good week, but he's up and running. He's out playing golf today.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's, yeah, we can go. That's a whole other type of show, really, to go into.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other night.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I mean, luckily the vaccine is right around the corner, like literally around the corner. I don't know. I think that's the wrong word of the wrong use of the word literally, but hopefully
whatever. I mean, the point is we're those who want it. That's the other thing right there are going to be able to get it, hopefully soon.
Well, and real quick about the NFL. I mean, they're postponing games. Players are being left out. Look at what happened with who was it that lost all their quarterbacks?
Denver.
Thank you.
Denver played with no quarterback. They played with a wide receiver, played quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, they were.
Was that right? Yeah.
Yeah, but did any of those guys go to the hospital? Did any of those guys actually get sick? Did any of those guys, are they on ventilators? Has any NFL player been on a ventilator?
I mean, the thing about this is that we do have the flu every year, right?
Sure.
But we've been exposed to the flu probably ever since we were born. I think you might even, if you get vaccinated in the hospital, I think they give you a flu vaccine or something. I don't know.
No, well, you don't. I don't think you start getting vaccines until you're like 6 months old. I think
they give you something in newborns. I don't know. They gave my kids something. I said, okay, here, just do it, whatever, keep them safe, right? I mean, other people will tell me I'm a bootlicker for just saying, yeah, sure, do it, whatever. You know what I mean? But like we've been exposed to the flu. Like I've had the flu before. I've had it bad, where I basically would have to take like a scalding hot bath just to warm my body up. I had the chills so bad, right? So one of my kids' doctors said this, and this was a really interesting point, is that we haven't been exposed to this virus. Your body has not been exposed to it. So the unknown factor is what you're jumping into, right? Because you hear people our age dying, not very many.
They're not any dying.
I mean, there's a few, there's a handful. Okay, you read about the extreme cases, right? Okay,
I mean, when you're looking at a population of 340 million people in the state of the country alone.
But it's worldwide too, Alex. Like it's not just us. Like it's every single country in the world for the most part. But I do get that freedoms are being taken away. But the argument is that, are they just trying to keep us safe, or is there a bigger picture here?
Well, there's a judge that ruled against the restaurants in California or Los Angeles, actually.
Was it restaurants or was it religious services? I thought it was
religious services went to the Supreme Court, and they can no longer shut those down.
Right.
That's and the protesters.
Right.
But for restaurants, Here's the thing: if I'm that judge, l- put it this way. Let's say you're like, well, yeah, you can't shut down restaurants, keep them open, and somebody happens to die. Now, granted, the numbers are low, but that opens yourself up to a bunch of lawsuits, and nobody wants to feel responsible for that or get caught up in that kind of like situation.
But
So,
it's
as
but
unlikely as it is,
it's not necessarily just people dying. You're right. As unlikely as it is, it's more of the ICUs and hospital beds are being bombarded. Right. That's what they're saying anyway.
right? Well,
I have
that's
a
what they
buddy.
said at the beginning.
They did say that in the beginning, and that's the whole reason for that was the whole reason for slow 2 weeks to slow the spread or whatever was back in March. Right. We're now in December.
We're
And
back in
they're doing another
December.
lockdown.
But I
Um,
mean, they said that back in March they brought in ships and they
yeah,
converted the
the Navy in Long Beach.
right, all that stuff, and they never needed it. And that's before we knew how to treat it and how to like kind of protect ourselves from it. So it's like, well, is it really that bad? I would think it's better now.
I mean, but that's the thing too, though, Alex, is that you have all these yahoos who are disregarding the just basic protections, who don't want to go out and wear masks. Who, I mean, I heard some guy on CNBC News this yesterday morning who was screaming at one was a conservative, the other guy was liberal. It was obvious, he was screaming at him saying, why can't I go eat at a restaurant if you're gonna like pack me into a Lowe's with 100 other people? And I'm like,
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that debate.
he was like, he just got so livid, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wear the damn mask. Just wear the mask.
Well,
Don't
no,
make it to people.
no. I think, but that specific argument, I remember listening to it. I actually listened to it a little while ago. He's not debating on whether not wear a mask. It's like, why are you picking restaurants and not picking on places like Lowe's where there are a lot more people, or
Well,
there's places like I ride the bus. Their buses
right.
are packed full of people. Why aren't
That
you picking
picture
on
you
them?
that picture you showed me was just blew me away. And
Right.
I was bringing this exact argument up to some of my friends, and I'm like, okay, well, you're at a restaurant, you're eating, you're opening your mouth, you're drooling a little bit, maybe some spits flying over there because you're a messy eater or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I was like, that's neither here nor there. A better argument would be the bus,
Right. And
where
nobody's
you
brought that
have
up.
yeah, I mean, I feel like that is something that they cracked down in California also as well. Did that just happen too, where buses are going to be at less capacity or
I
something?
think, well, there's nobody there to enforce it. What's the bus driver going to do? No, don't get on when you're stopped at a bus stop?
That's a fine line, isn't it?
They're taped off. They have their own little like 6 foot cushion between them and the passengers, but
Uh-huh.
nobody else does. And I understand they're protecting themselves, but again, I feel what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what's good for like one thing, you should do it across the board. And if Garcetti or if Newsom is going to go out and eat at a nice restaurant with no mask, with a bunch of people he doesn't live with, and then turn around and tell me what I have to do, go fuck
There was
yourself.
there was someone. It was a city councilwoman, I think, LA city councilwoman who voted against against the or who voted for the lockdown again, and
Sheila
then that
Kuehl.
night, huh?
Sheila Kuehl, that's her name.
Yeah. There you go. And then that night she went and ate at her favorite Italian place.
At El
I'm like,
Forno
okay,
in
great.
Santa
She
Monica.
voted for it. She can have one last meal, can't
Well,
she?
no, it's not. It's not that she ate there. She's like, all right, we got to shut it down, so I'm going to go run and have one. It's the fact that she sat there and said, "This is the most dangerous thing you
Oh
can
yeah.
do." You're like, you're instilling fear in people. Like she's telling you, don't do it. It's the most dangerous thing. She's almost 80 years old, so So if it's the most dangerous thing you could do, why are you going? Like if I'm like sitting there going, "Hey, don't play with that fucking king cobra of a snake, a venomous snake," I'm not going to go over there and play with it.
Or
I'll
you're
be
gonna
like, go
bring one
fuck
home.
yourself. I'm not touching it. And I'm telling you not to touch it.
I don't know what the answer is, man. I don't understand why they're doing it, but I'm not in government.
I'm of the Bill Burr, I'm of the Bill Burr like school of thought Fuck them. Let them all get sick. We'll lose a couple of them.
Yeah.
We can afford to lose some people. We don't have to be that zero policy of, oh, if we can only save one life, no, fuck you. You could die. Especially when it's the like people who are gonna die anyway. Fuck that shit. Anyway, nice sidetrack. Let's get on to why we're here.
Well, I was gonna say, jumping to football is that these guys, have they learned nothing? Like,
Well,
you can't play if you test positive.
That's the thing, but they're testing positive, but nobody's getting sick.
Nobody's getting sick.
Nobody's been sent to the hospital. Same thing with the NBA. Nobody from that entire playoffs went to the hospital and got put on a ventilator. Is what I'm saying.
There were very few, I feel like, that got it. The NBA did it right. Like, I don't remember. Like, were there? I don't remember exactly, but I feel like there were very few that got it. Baseball was worse, but in baseball, they seemed like they got it under control. But it just seems like football is out of control.
Well, here's
right?
I first called bullshit on a lot of this, especially when Rudy Gobert from the
right.
He went and touched all the microphones.
Yeah.
And then next thing he's like, oh, he's got it. I'm like, oh, that's some bullshit.
Right? Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, Brooklyn Nets. I think he challenged the system, and then when the Illuminati came and talked to him and told him, hey, listen,
Illuminati,
you can't fuck with us. So now you're gonna come down with it, and you're gonna be the example that we're gonna set.
And then his teammate too.
Yeah, really, all of a sudden he came down with it like right after he made a joke about it. Fuck that.
That's funny.
Hey, I feel like Bill Burr. Like, hey, fuck that guy. He shouldn't have joked about it.
I mean, look, man, it's the fear of the unknown coupled with they've got to be doing this for a reason. I mean, is it really they want to have like
bullshit? It's control.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. Is it some authoritarian machine
Absolutely.
where they got your foot on the neck?
Now they know they can trample your fucking rights without blinking an eye. They'll just blame the dumbest shit.
What's the point? Why? What are you going to do?
They want to inject you with some kind of vaccine, with some kind of like tracker or tracer or fucking recording device.
And then mind control. They're going to mind control you. You're going to be, the next thing you know, we're going to be, oh God, what's the soldiers?
The Winter Soldiers?
No, well, yeah, like that, like where you're programmed.
From Bucky.
Yeah, like the Winter
Soldier, America,
where you're programmed, then you're activated, and then they're gonna serve
like a Manchurian Candidate kind of thing, where you're like,
that's it, Manchurian Candidate, Denzel Washington remake.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but maybe it's a recording device. They can listen to your fucking thoughts.
Why? Like, what is it? Just more money, more power? Like,
yes. It's more money, more power. That's why they try. All right.
It's all right. Let's get to the games, man. Who? Money, power. Ah.
We're the fucking sheep, and we sit there and go, oh yeah, it's the government. They must know what they're talking about. No, they don't. Go fuck themselves.
I just want to be happy, man.
Barbara Ferrer hopefully will get fired soon. You know what that is? Barbara Ferrer. She's the LA County.
Yeah, she's the doctor. LA County.
She's not a fucking doctor. She's got a PhD.
She's the head doc.
She's not a doctor. She's got a PhD.
Dr. Fauci for
it's sociology. It's not even fucking like medicine.
Yeah.
Damn it. It's stuff fucking stupid. It is.
No, she's mandating all the schools too. Like I got a thing in the mail today, like how to get back to school, and like what we're gonna do. And I got to vote in this thing by this weekend to see if I want my kids to go back. And
you want them to go back?
Hybrid. What?
You want them to go back?
Yeah, of course I want them to go back.
Get out of the fucking house.
But it's like, we're going to Miami. You got your plane ticket. I might meet you there, and maybe we can go to a game. I don't know, because my mother-in-law might be freaked out about me going to a game. But meanwhile, their theater, the Miracle Theater at Coral Gables, or the Actors Playhouse.
The Actors Playhouse, yeah.
They're doing a show. They're doing a Christmas show. Yeah.
Indoors?
What?
Indoors?
Indoors.
Yeah, Florida's open indoors. Miami's open indoors.
Yeah.
And you don't see fucking people. I had dinner last time I was there. I had dinner indoors.
I mean,
People
it's also 80 degrees year round there.
right, but you don't see people fucking dropping left and right. And
No, I don't know. I mean, I DeSantis, I think he's a fucking piece of work too, but I don't know. That's the thing is we only know what they tell us, Alex. We only know what they tell us.
that's all the more. That's all the more reason not to trust him.
So,
Let's
yeah,
start
speaking of, it'd be nice to do the show at Press Pass at Dolphin Stadium, huh?
let's do it. How do we do it? Let's get it.
We can. We'll see if we can.
How many days in advance?
I got to get permission, man. I got to get permission to even go.
How many days in advance do we need before we can ask for one?
I don't know. We'll look into it. We'll go now. But
I know I looked at it.
Great. I mean, because that's the thing. It's a business thing. If I could say, hey, we got press passes. I'm a part of the press. This is for the job.
We are journalists. I'm already thinking of questions I want to ask Brian Flores.
Oh man. I'll sit there. You do all that. I'll sit there and just wear my Niner hat and be like, all right, let's go. Yeah, come on.
That's actually my first question. Hey, Mr. Coach Flores, remember that time that you guys whooped the 49ers ass this season? Yeah, this guy next to me is a huge fan.
That'd be great. Why? No, first question. Why do you play Tua and then bench him and then why?
Well, hey, I think he was overwhelmed, and Broncos played him the way you play every fucking rookie quarterback. You fucking bum rush him.
Yeah,
and
every down,
and hope and try to see if he makes the right choices. And he obviously wasn't making the right choices.
I mean, you guys have a chance to make the playoffs for the first time in how long?
2016 was it?
Last time you made the playoffs was 4 years ago. Really?
No, maybe it's longer than that.
I feel like it was like 20 years.
2012.
I don't, but yeah, you're probably right. I don't know exactly, but you put your best team, you put Fitzmagic in the driver's seat. Period. I get that you have Tua, but he's young, he's a rookie.
Yeah, but Tua's more. I like Tua. I really do. I think Tua. He's gonna develop into another Russell Wilson. I
would agree with that.
I strongly believe that. I mean, his accuracy.
Yeah, I saw it.
Is insane.
Yeah, I would agree with. He's a good pocket passer, and he can run, and
he's mobile, and he's super smart.
Yeah.
They just need to give him a little more weapons, bolster that offensive line, give him another receiver besides Devontae Parker.
Yeah, you have no running game. You had Gaskin who looked great, and then he gets hurt.
Right. I mean, it's happened all year. Their Beretta's hurt now.
Yeah.
They got rid of who was the other guy that came from the Bears? Huh?
Montgomery.
No, Montgomery's still in Chicago. No.
Oh, Howard, Jordan Howard.
Jordan Howard.
Yeah. Listen to us. We're doing a football show here, and we barely know our stuff.
And the new guy they got, Ahmed.
I loved watching him that one week.
He's been great. Got hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt too. All right, so daily fantasy.
Let's get to daily fantasy.
Let's get to daily fantasy here. Let's get to the games. Well, I've looked at this slate. I haven't really. I like at first glance, I was like, I know exactly the way I want to go. But then I looked at the pricing, and it's fairly expensive.
Yes.
Like my three favorite games: Seattle Giants, maybe four actually. Seattle Giants, Texans, Colts, Cardinals, Rams, and Green Bay, Philly. But then I started looking at Minnesota and Jacksonville too. And I ended up building a Kirk Cousins lineup.
Yep.
My initial thoughts were I wanted all my lineups to be Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, period. But then I'm just looking at the slate, and I'm like, well, there's a 29.5 team total for Tennessee and versus Cleveland, and in both teams are 8-3. If you'd have told me Cleveland was 8-3 at the beginning of the season, at this point, I would have like said, bet me $100 that is not the case. But there's a huge total for the Titans there. You can't ignore that. And then Minnesota, they have a 30.5 team total. Green Bay is only 28.5. So right now, I'm looking at Kirk Cousins as my quarterback, and I'm also looking at Aaron Rodgers. So I have two
Nice.
lineups so far.
Well, like I said earlier, I have my practical lineup, which
Yeah.
I'm starting Kirk Cousins, and I think a lot of people are going to start Kirk Cousins. He's going
Okay.
up against Jacksonville.
He's cheaper.
He's cheap. He's going up against a shitty defense. And that guy's been consistent for the last 2 or 3 years. The guy's I think what he throw 3 touchdowns last week.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got solid weapons.
I think
love this Jefferson kid.
and then my other lineup, you're gonna love this.
Oh,
and
boy.
I also, baby, I'm going with Colt McCoy.
Really? You doing that?
$4,000. Colt McCoy against the worst passing defense in the league.
In price. I loved watching him at Texas, man. I had a huge expectations for him coming into the league. But where did he get drafted? Cleveland, right? Wasn't that right?
Yeah.
Drafted Cleveland?
Did he get drafted Cleveland? I thought he got
drafted. I could be wrong.
Right. Because what's his name? No, the other guy went to Johnny Manziel went to Cleveland.
But I think he was there before Johnny Manziel. I could be wrong, though.
Wow. So Cleveland's where quarterbacks go to die.
Why am I doing? I should have known this.
By the way, Colt McCoy's got to be one of the coolest fucking names in all of the NFL.
Yeah.
Up there with Joe Montana.
Yeah.
It's like very kind of America.
It's a good strong name. Yeah, exactly.
There's my boy Colt McCoy.
I thought, or maybe it wasn't Cincinnati. I thought it was Cleveland, but I could be wrong.
Actually, Cleveland.
No, yeah. He was. It was. I was right. I was right. 2010, Cleveland, 3rd round, 85th overall. So that might have been. I don't know if it was the same year as Johnny Manziel, but yeah, I had high hopes for him, man. I thought he was just so much fun to watch in Texas. So I like that. Because you could build a stupid fun lineup with that. I'm gonna do it with you. Let me finish this Rodgers bullshit lineup that I'm finishing. Oh, we'll put Mims in it also. All right, so you like so which one? So you got Cousins as the solid one, right?
Cousins is solid, but I think a lot of people are going to pick Cousins this week.
Oh, 100%. Actually, no.
No?
No. I have his. Yeah, Gaskin's supposed to come back, right? Gaskin's supposed to come back this week, Alex?
No, he's hurt.
I think he's supposed to come back this week. Oh, well, no, I got Robert Woods here. Coach Brian Flores said Friday there's a chance Gaskin could be activated off IR on Saturday. If he does, he's playing. But who knows what kind of workload he's
Well, they only have Patrick Laird right now.
Laird was supposed to be good. Like last year.
Laird's not bad.
No, he's not. Could you imagine he gets
especially because he could catch the ball out of the
like 150 yards, 2 touchdowns? That'd be pretty awesome. Colt, okay, so you got Colt McCoy. Who are your running backs?
All right, so on my solid lineup, I'm going Nick Chubb.
Oh,
you got to go Nick Chubb. Since he's been back, has had a hell of a. It's been pretty impressive. His last game was you're looking at 144 yards rushing with a touchdown and 32 yards receiving.
You can't go wrong with Chubb, right?
No, I think that guy's been solid. Before and after he was hurt. And then David Montgomery from the Chicago Bears is my second running back. Yeah, really. Shut your pie hole.
Sell me on him.
It's they're playing.
I hate that pick. I absolutely hate it.
Why do you hate that pick?
He did well last week against who they play, Philly. He did well against Philly last week. But I just Bears running backs for me have been god awful. I like that's just me, but that's what I'm saying. Sell me on him.
I'll tell you right now.
You have the power. Ooh, I am getting congested. All right, Colt McCoy. We're gonna see what kind of lineup we got here. So in your Colt McCoy, while you gather your thoughts about
For Colt McCoy, my running backs, I was gonna go solid for those guys, and I went with Dalvin Cook and Kamara.
on Kamara, really? You're not
Yeah,
worried about Taysom Hill and Kamara?
no, maybe a little bit. I hadn't thought about it. Okay. Oh, so here's the reason why I went with Montgomery. They're going up against the Detroit Lions. The Lions are giving up almost 133 yards per game on the ground.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
That's
what I
true.
went with. And the Lions are one of the shittiest fucking defenses in the NFL. They're like probably fourth worst. So
Okay. All right. That's I would think that is actually a solid analysis there for that, because you're right. The Lions are terrible. But didn't Patricia just get fired? Did Matt Patricia just get fired?
So is that going to make them magically better?
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you could tell me
And the GM.
if the Jets fired Adam Gase right now,
They would be. I would play all Jets the following week. Who did that?
Sam-
That just happened with Houston and what's his face, Brian. Whatever you know.
right? But Houston has Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
What do the Lions have? Stafford.
Stafford. I don't even know who's on their defense. Isn't Darius Slay still on their defense?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is. That's my point. Is that Wayne Gallman too, Alex? You got to put Wayne Gallman in your Colt McCoy lineup, right? I like Wayne Gallman. Teams would typically respond when the coach. I feel like coaches get fired. I feel like teams are gonna like up their game and be like, all right, we know we suck. Our coaches got fired. We have nothing to lose now. Well, what happened here?
What?
No, something just happened.
Oh.
My screen switched. Back to meeting. There we go. Oh, okay, cool. I was still there. But I mean, hey, it's a conviction because you come up with plays, man, that I don't think of that are really good. So,
like David Montgomery? Yes.
like, okay, sure, but I feel like Montgomery. Let me see what his projected ownership is going to be like. Yeah, worst run D. He's going to be chalk. He's going to be chalk. He is going to be 31. Right now, I have him at 31.6% owned, which means everybody's going to have him. Everybody. So maybe he'll be good chalk this week. I don't know. He had a good game last week. He's coming off a solid game. But for fun, I'm doing now a Colt McCoy lineup, and I guess I can't use. Oh no, that's Seattle. Yeah, I was gonna say I guess I can't use Seattle for this in the defense because I was gonna use Seattle D for that. But we can use the Bears defense. Anyway, there's some really good, solid, chalky running backs. So you got David Johnson. I think David Johnson's coming back, right?
Yes.
This week. He is, isn't he? So that might be huge. Is he even? Yeah, he's cheaper than Duke Johnson, who I absolutely hate. Got Will Fuller. I hope you didn't just single-handedly ruin my chances at a fantasy championship. I'm so mad about that. But I for chalky running backs, I'm going Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry.
Wow. Oh, so you're going big.
We're going big. Just running backs. Just running backs here. Because I'll probably make another lineup going big on wide receiver too,
Right.
with all the expensive wide receivers. Devontae, Metcalf, Keenan, uh, um,
How much is shit?
Hopkins. But for this is the Colt McCoy lineup that I got now,
Oh,
right?
the Colt McCoy lineup. Yeah, I like the Colt McCoy lineup.
Yeah. So I put in Dalvin and Derrick Henry, went big on wide receiver, and then big on running back. Then when I'm jumping to wide receiver right now, I threw in Sterling Shepard, Kiki Cutie, Fuller's backup, going to be number 2 now. We'll see what happens, rolling the dice with that. And then Cooper Kupp, man.
Cutie.
I'm going back and forth between Cooper and Woods. I think I like Woods better, and he's even cheaper. But I just threw Cooper in there for shits and giggles at the moment, just as a placeholder.
Oh, by the way, going back real quick on Kamara, I remembered why I picked him. They're going up against Atlanta's defense, and you're going to rely heavily on him because there's no Breeze.
Yeah, but still, we thought that the last 2 weeks, and Taysom has been connecting with Michael Thomas pretty good the past 2 weeks. Kamara has been shit as far as don't get me wrong, he's still, could do well, and they could realize. Last week he had scored 6.2 fantasy points. The week before that it was 10.5. So they haven't been his price has come down considerably though. It's a price play that's huge.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well,
I don't know if I can use him too much, but
I mean, you went big. You went with because Derrick Henry is like $9,000.
and Dalvin's 9.5.
He's 9.5.
But I also, my computer just died. I also love James Robinson. I think we found out that Josh Jacobs is out this week.
Josh Jacobs is out this week.
So you can take a pivot to Devontae Booker if you want, or Jalen Richard. I think they're cheap. I don't have it up in front of me right now. Wait for my computer to not conk out. Let's use this one. Who else do I like this week? Chubb. You can't go wrong with Chubb.
Never go wrong with Chubb. And Cleveland's playing well. I mean, especially with, Landry's playing well. I hate to admit it, but Baker Mayfield is not the worst quarterback in the league.
They're freaking 8-3 right now. Are you kidding me? The Browns finally got a good season going. I mean, and with OBJ out, he gone.
But I like OBJ not being out. I think they rely on him too much.
I agree. They probably didn't need him to begin with.
No, I think it became a situation where, hey, I'm OBJ, so you got to get me the ball, and so Baker Mayfield did, and he wasn't able to, screw that, fuck that guy.
Yeah. This thing. All right.
Shit, I want to line up with Derrick Henry and
you can.
And
You just gotta go cheap at receiver, man.
Or Nick Chubb. Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb? No.
There's Eckler also I really like. Last week we saw him just, it was like he never left. You could do Eckler and Chubb. They're 7-7 and 7-1 respectively. Booker is 5-5. He's going to be high owned probably because he's going to be so cheap. But we've seen him do very, very well.
They both have Titans and the Browns both have pretty stellar run defenses. Not stellar, but they're giving up about 100 yards a game.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do, Alex. I think I'm gonna I like this Colt McCoy lineup just so I could go crazy. And then I threw Wayne Gallman in there also.
Wayne Gallman?
Yeah, just because, they might pound the ball with him too. And Colt get it to him in the backfield as well. So that's jumping ahead to flex. But in this particular lineup, I got Sterling Shepard, Kiki Cutie, which again, he's going to step into Fuller's role. Well, maybe not Fuller's role, but he's going to step in and have a much bigger role. He's 3,500. There's also Andy Isabella, who I like this week a lot as well, because I think the lockdown Rams corners are going to be on Hopkins and Christian Kirk.
Right.
So I think Isabella can get free, and he's only 3-2. So you can go cheap there. But tight end, man, there's a no-brainer at tight end, and it's Jordan Akins or David Fells.
Really?
Well. Yeah. Well, maybe not a no-brainer, but
I mean, I for the line for the money. Let me see. On both of my lineups, I think I got the same guy on both of my lineups. Oh no, I went with Tanyan.
oh really?
McCoy lineup. I like the matchup, and then I also got, and this was more of a money thing. I got Hooper.
Austin
Hooper of the Browns.
See, my thing
He's not doing very well though, so it's not good.
My thing with Akins is that he immediately and Fells, they both immediately jump into a bigger role,
Right.
Because they're short at wide receiver now.
Let me see.
So putting Kiki and Akins in the same lineup is a little risky, but then I rounded out with Woods. I got Woods there.
Actually, I took Cooper Kupp. I don't know why.
I could put Kupp over Woods in there too, but I went with Woods over Kupp last week, and it worked out very nicely.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like the money. I think for the money, I thought.
Woods is $200 cheaper.
No, I thought Cooper Kupp's cheaper.
No, he's more expensive.
Let's look at that.
Yeah, he's where are we at? Oh, here's another guy I really like this week too. Aguilar against the Jets. Jeez, so many good plays, man. So many freaking good plays. Kupp 6,100.
Oh yeah, and he's 58.
59. So maybe I could even take Kiki out since I have a little bit of money left and see if there's another value wide receiver that I like here. Danny Amendola, no.
I'm gonna put in Zach Ertz instead.
You can do your boy Jakeem Grant. That was a good call a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was your call.
Yep. That was because I think somebody was out that week. David Moore, I might do as well. No, I don't know. He's not. He doesn't.
Are we on a? Does Zoom have some kind of special going on now that we're unlimited?
It's with two people. You can do unlimited if you have a regular account.
Oh, gotcha.
If there's three of us, then that's when we have a timer.
Got it.
All right, so this lineup I think is set. You didn't talk about wide receiver. What do you got at wide receiver?
So at wide receiver, here's my lineup for wide receiver. Okay, so let me see. On my practical lineup, I got Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, and Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker has shined. I'm sorry. I know it's a Homa pick, but I really love those new Boston Lager commercials from the Sam Adams commercial with the guy from Boston. Have you seen that? Anyway.
No, I don't think so.
Check it out. They're really fucking funny.
Okay.
So Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, and Devontae Parker.
You're not worried about Metcalf?
No, I mean, he's more expensive. I think for me, it was more of an expense thing. More expensive, and I think Tyler Lockett's numbers have been good. Not last week though, but he's had really good games.
Oh yeah.
And they're going up against the Giants.
Well, it's weird with them. I feel like it's one or the other. It really is one or the other. So
I mean, he's gonna have 1,000-yard season this year, and he's got 8 TDs. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Lockett.
You said tight end was Tanyan.
Actually, that's for my McCoy. On my I got Zach Ertz, and then I got Tanyan.
Okay. All right. Yeah, see, I got a theme going here. So in my non-Colt McCoy lineup, listen, I'm just going to run it down real quick. I got Rodgers, Eckler, Robinson.
Okay.
Wide receiver, those are running backs. Quarterback. Wide receiver, Devontae, Kiki Cutie, Mims.
Okay.
The Jets, which
Mims played really well against the Dolphins. I was very impressed.
Yes, he did. And then Akins is my tight end. I think I got him in all three of my lineups so far. And then Woods. That's my I love me some Woods. And then I got Seattle D against the Giants against Colt McCoy. Says my hedge lineup.
Seattle D, oh boy. They're like ranked dead last.
They are, but they're also going up against a backup quarterback.
Yeah, but not just any backup quarterback.
Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy.
Cool.
He goes out there with a cigarette.
Yeah, it seems like he would, right? Riding on a freaking horse, a colt, you know.
Who's the greatest quarterback ever? That there'd be Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy is the greatest quarterback that ever lived.
Oh, I'm like, where's my? So, and then my flex, I got Laird, just because I think he's starting. Unless I haven't heard anything about.
You put Laird in, really?
Yeah, because he's going to catch the ball out of the backfield, and he was $4,000.
Man, he's only fourth. He's dirt cheap.
I don't think Laird's that bad unless Gaskin comes back to play, and then I'm fucked.
He's still going to have to be a change of pace back, though, right?
Right, but Gaskin's going to be the primary running back. He doesn't get. Let me see. What else? What else we got? I don't think Gaskin's even
listed.
listed.
There, man. Save $500. You could do that.
Cutie?
Yeah, Cutie, man. Oh, God, you want to hear my freaking – although I really like this lineup too. My cousin's lineup. Jesus. I'll run that down afterwards and then –
Yeah, Gaskin's on IR unless they take him off of IR.
On Saturday. He's got a chance on Saturday to get taken off.
And he's still $5,900 on IR.
Yeah, because I think they thought maybe he might come off, and that's probably a good price for him.
Yeah. All right. So what's up with your cousins?
This was the first lineup that I made, and I actually really like it too. I got Kirk Cousins, Dalvin, James Robinson. There's so much to play with. It's crazy. I got Cooks. I got Cooks in there because Deshaun's got to throw the ball to somebody, and he's actually been really good. Andy Isabella at 3,200. Justin Jefferson catching all those Cousins balls. I'll probably do another lineup with Thielen also. And then I got Darren Fells again in tight end because I love going cheap at tight end unless you got Kelsey or Waller, right? My flex, Pittman from Indy. I think he might be the only guy you could really kind of sort of trust out of that offense. And then again, Seattle D, 3,300.
Do you think they're going to blitz Colt McCoy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
Just like with Tua, man. You saw just like
you saw. There's a difference. Colt McCoy's has been in the league.
He's Colt McCoy.
He's Colt McCoy.
Hasn't he played in playoff games too? I feel like he was.
Colt McCoy's been in. He's not a rookie. He's not a 20-year-old.
He's been in the league for 10 years.
Right. So you can't – he's got to be savvy by this. At least have some kind of veteran savvy.
We'll see, won't we?
That's why I'm starting him. Fuck that.
No. I have a lineup. I made a lineup with him, and I'll probably make a couple because I went like balls out at running back with that lineup, and I want to go balls out at wide receiver also because
Seattle has the worst pass defense in the league. They have one of the best run defenses and the worst pass defense.
We'll see.
They're giving up 328 yards a game in the air. 329 yards a game in the air.
Well, that's what we got here so far. It's a start. Right?
It is. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Tomorrow I'll switch a lot of this up, especially if Gaskin gets back in. So, all right. One quick last. Let me do my one last quick lineup. I'm gonna go with my.
You want to pick one, or are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one. So Kirk Cousins, Nick Chubb, David Montgomery, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, Devontae Parker, Zach Ertz, Patrick Laird, and the Chargers defense.
Okay. I'm gonna run down my Rodgers lineup here. Rodgers, James Robinson, Austin Eckler. Man, I love having those two. Those were the two that I wanted for my season-long fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to anchor my team with those two. Rodgers, James Robinson, Eckler, Devontae Adams, Mims, Kiki Cutie, Jordan Akins, Robert Woods, Seahawks D that Alex hates.
I hate that pick so much. All right, we'll see what happens. I hope Colt McCoy tears him up.
Hey man, we got a hedge lineup. I made a different lineup with we were good. We got both sides.
I feel you. All right, dog. Well, we've reached the end of the show once more. I know we kind of got off the rails there a little bit at the beginning.
It's fun. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
We should do a political talk show.
You can do that too. Political and football. Get Ben Glebe on here. I could text him.
So, oh God, no.
I don't know if he watches football. I just know he tried to run for president.
All right, hold on. Let me stop recording from. Hey, well, let me do this real quick. Hey, guys, someone talk shit about somebody, not Ben Glebe.
Okay.
Guys, thank you guys for watching. Please hit like and subscribe for all your NFL DraftKings needs. We'll do one. The kids do this. Hey, hit like and this. Oh, here we go.
The bottom.
Subscribe. Ring the bell. And
ring the bell. Ring the bell.
We'll catch you here next time, next week. Hopefully, we'll be back.
We will be back.
Yeah. All right. On behalf of my partner, Steve, and myself, goodbye. Oh, no. Wait.
Holding this pose until you
hold it.